Okay, our updates, artificial intelligence, Friday, July 25th. Every week we're doing these updates, and every week a lot of updates. I want to put these quotes. Innovation begins with ugly tools. Pioneers hack, settlers refine. My father used to tell me he was in experimental physics and they were building experimental setup and making it better and better, experiment after experiment. And then at some point it became good, and at this point they decided to completely disassemble it and start doing another type of experiments. So right now, LLMs are not perfect, they hallucinate, agents are not perfect, whatever, but people who use these imperfect tools are actually making progress, making money, making things happen. So this is just how life works. Okay, Qwen3-2507. So July version of Qwen surprisingly beats everybody else, and including Kimi K2. So this is the graph. Oh no, this is actually for Qwen Code. But anyway, it is a very good model. It's much smaller than Kimi, than DeepSeek. You see, it's only 235 billion parameters. At Mixture of Experts, it's a relatively long context, which is common for today's models. And they also took Google Gemini Code, which is a terminal tool, works in terminal, and it's open source. Google open sourced it, and they adapted it to their model. So now they have Qwen Code CLI, command line. What is called interpreter instrument CLI. Anyway, so it's compatible with Claude code also. Okay. Yeah, so what we see on this graph, it's very interesting. So on horizontal, we have size of the model, and we have quality for software development on the top. So you see Qwen3 Coder is on the same level as Claude Sonnet 4, which is absolutely amazing, right? Because it's open source. So we have open source model, which is on the same level as the top commercial model, right? Coda 480 billion parameters. So it's bigger than regular Qwen3, right? Same context length, but it outperforms or matches the commercial ones. Somebody is not muted. Please mute yourself. And it's Alek. Alek Ayupov, yes, thank you. Next, the bench, the leaderboard. So what do we see? Not major changes, about the same thing for text and for coding. What I want to show you that O3 model from OpenAI actually is pretty good for both regular text and for coding as well. So it's on the third place after Gemini and Claude Opus 4. I recently started using it for different purposes. I like it. It's a reasoning model, and you know it's much better than ChatGPT 4.1, 4.5. Well, 4.5 is in preview anyway. So that's it. Other than that, it's about the same as it was last week. Next, human beats AI in math. Well, what happened? No, actually, not in math. Well, anyway, there are two competitions. One is mathematics, and another is in coding. So in math, last year, Google DeepMind, they had alpha proof and alpha geometry, and they solved 4 out of 6 problems on international competition. Which was good, but the model took a lot of time, like system needed 60 hours for some problems, right? This year, both OpenAI and Google achieved like 5 out of 6 problems, which means it is a gold medal. And they were within time frames for humans, which is 4.5 hours. Well, they haven't solved the sixth problem, which was very difficult. There were some humans who actually solved it, but still, it's 5 out of 6. It's a gold medal. Well, it's more than one person who wins the gold medal. Like, okay, human beats OpenAI in coding, and this is another competition. It was in Japan, and it was a 10-hour marathon in coding, and OpenAI like was wiping the floor like with all other models, and then at the last hour, this person, the human, actually won. So he's Ziemiaslav Dibiak from Poland, 42-year-old programmer. It's amazing, but it's very, very close. So the models which were used for both coding and math, they were not regular models. They were specialized custom models, but still they were just LLMs. So interesting. Okay, I want to ask you, maybe for those who are watching it later when I post it on YouTube, please go and make comments to the video. What is your #1 productivity tip using AI? Which is your favorite AI tool? And what flow or prompt technique has become essential to the way how you work? So the channel is Lev Selector. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're doing these videos every Friday. Opencode. You know, last week I asked the question about AI assistants, and several people recommended me Opencode. I looked at it, it's an amazing thing. And also one person recommended Code, which is also very good. So let me tell you a few words about those. So what is Opencode? They took where Cline, they started with Cline and they did the new version, which is better. And then this is one GitHub repository. And then another team, and it was sold to some other company, so it's growing but not as fast. But another group created another repository, and what they did, they rewrote Opencode in TypeScript. So the original Opencode was in Go, now it's mostly in TypeScript. It's better, it's faster, it works with all kind of models. So you want Claude, you want Gemini, you want whatever, like 70 something models, and it's open source. It's really great stuff. Like if you haven't tried it, try it. Another thing, Code. Code, it started with Cline, so it works within VS Code, and also it took some good features from Roo. It already in 4 months, it got like 5.6 thousand stars on GitHub. It's really impressive. It's growing very fast. Like in last 4 days, it went from 4.9 thousand to 5.6. So it continues growing. And there are some YouTube videos which you can find and watch how to use it. But it's basically like Cline in Visual Studio Code. About how you can use them and just pay directly to Kilo, and they transparently pass it to the like Anthropic and Gemini and so on, or you can bring your own API keys and then you don't pay Kilo anything. Again, open source project, very good project. Kimi K2 is slow. Well, you know, Kimi K2 is like a trillion parameters. And on Grok, it's fast, but apparently it is 8-bit version there, so it's not as accurate, and sometimes it doesn't even understand your questions. So when running, you should check what version of model you're running. Okay, Claude Code, which is CC, right? Claude Code. It replaced Cursor, and there are so many articles and videos where people say they switched from Cursor to Claude Code. They're not looking back. Claude Code is so much better, and these are 11 tips on how to work with Claude Code. I will not go through them, but well, you can look at the slides later after the video will be posted. Writing books and reports with AI. There are a lot of services which provide tools for that, and you can also generate books just from prompts, right? But what I found, you don't need all that. The practical approach is very simple. You use standard LLM, so you can use OpenAI O3 or Anthropic Claude. Why I'm not saying Gemini? Because Gemini creates text which looks and feels like AI, and it cannot humanize it. So anyway, you talk to AI and you ask it to give you several versions of you give a topic or ask for a topic, and then you brainstorm title with AI. Then for selected title, you ask to create list of chapters. Then for each chapter, create several sub-chapters. And then you ask to fill those sub-chapters with content and save it using MD format, Markdown format. And then you need to humanize it. I explain it in the next slides. And yeah, then you manually clean it, edit, drag it into Google Docs. So now it looks like Microsoft Word and formatted there. And you're done. You have your book or report nicely formatted and humanized. Best human writer. So this person, Little Coder, this is his YouTube channel. He posted very good video where he tested different models, how human their text, they produce the text, right? So he was asking them to write like a paragraph of text, and then he was using one of the detectors. Which one he was using? Just a second. I don't remember which one. Or Quillbot. This one. He was using to detect what percentage it thinks it's AI written or human written. So the best model was OpenAI O3 reasoning model. It was only like 90% AI, but after they asked, okay, you wrote this text, now rewrite it so that it will not be AI written, not detected as AI written. So on the second attempt, 0% AI. So it's a clean, humanized text. Kimi 2 on first attempt was 70% AI. After it rewrote itself, 0%. Same with Claude Sonnet 4. 100% AI on the first attempt and 0 after it rewrote it. So, but Gemini couldn't rewrite. Like even after Gemini was asked, please rewrite so it will be like human, the result is still 100% AI. So the best model to use to humanize your text is OpenAI O3 or maybe Claude, right? So these are examples of advice which you can create a prompt and tell the model like humanize the text, and this is like what to do, and it will follow your instructions and humanize the text. Yeah, and in this video, which I recommend to watch, it's not a long video. So this was his prompt: write a 300 words article, and then can you change it so that it doesn't detect as AI written? So that's all he did. Very, very good YouTube video. Now about humanizing your text. There are multiple detectors and there are also text humanizers. This one, undetectable AI, is actually the best, and it's uncheck AI, right? So we use that, and it's good, but there is a matter of pricing. And we, like in half a day, we used the months of so we decided not to go with it, also because it cannot humanize the whole book. It can only accept maybe one chapter, and also it was making so many wrong changes in the text. So we decided not to use it. So the short advice: don't use any services, just use regular OpenAI O3 or Anthropic to humanize. And the way we approached it is, you have your text, you save it as Markdown, right? Remove table of contents, internal links, and so on. So step one, you give a prompt to OpenAI or Anthropic and ask it to tell if it is written by human or by AI. And if it is written by AI, then what exactly gives it away? What's wrong with the text? So it gives you a list of features in the text. Then you create a prompt. So on step two, asking it to rewrite, to remove all those signs of AI. So it does that. So now you have a clean version, and then you go back to step 1 and then repeat step 2. After like rinse and repeat. After 2 times, we ask it again, and what it said us after like signs of AI, they were not real signs. Like so, we decided it's okay. Now it's good, and then we have MD file. Yeah, and we ask it to output in MD file, preserving formatting. So then you just drag it into Google Doc, and you have now Google Doc, and you format it, and you're done with your book or your report. Next, Arc AGI 3 preview. So this is a test for large language models, and before the first 2 versions were puzzles, but this new one is interactive. So ability to generalize in unseen environments. There are 3 games, 3 environments, no instructions, and the machine, the model is supposed to figure out what to do. Features 3 original games built to evaluate world models building and long horizon planning with minimal feedback. So interesting. So the new benchmark. MirageLSD by DecartAI, real-time video diffusion. So it's a live stream diffusion. It understands content, allowing for intelligent styling, like putting heads on heads, while it's generating, while it's playing in real time. And steerable, you see steerable by text prompt. So it's, think about vibe coding of games. So something is happening in front of you and you tell it how to change it, and it changes it in real time. Google Gemini released a flashlight version, which is the fastest and the cheapest, and it's pretty good. So this is something, because of the high quality and low price, it has a lot of applications. And it has a thinking budget parameter, which you can use. Gemini 2.5 natural language driven segmentation of images. So you present an image and you can tell it the third book from the left, or the people not sitting in the image, and it will identify them in the image. Support types of segmentations like relationships, conditionals, abstract concepts in image text, multilingual prompts. So this is great. OpenAI ChatGPT handles 2.5 billion prompts daily. In comparison, the Google search, like everybody goes to Google search, it's 13 billion searches a day. So this is already in the similar ballpark, grows very fast. OpenAI to pay Oracle 30 billion a year for data center. So this is what they're building. Remember, Oracle, big part of Oracle business is now data centers for AI. Focusing on the 4.5 gigawatt Stargate project, deal triples OpenAI current annual revenue of 10 billion. Okay, prompt phrase that matters. Add this to your prompt. Please ask me any questions you have before you begin. So you can add this to your prompt, and it will ask questions. Another trick, which is very powerful, you ask AI to create the prompt for you, to improve the prompt. This also very effective. Next, Cline Qwen3-32B with Cerebras. So this is the latest. No. So Cline is a Visual Studio Code extension, right, for coding. It allows you to work with any kind of model. So you can work with Qwen32, and you can take this model from Cerebras, right? So watch this. 2,500 tokens per second, which is 40 times faster than Sonnet 4. You can also use bigger models, try it for free. So yeah, your coding will become almost instantaneous. XAI 200 million contract with the Department of Defense. So Elon Musk's XAI company made a contract with Pentagon. Next, Microsoft poaches 20 top AI engineers from Google DeepMind. including the former head of engineering for Google Gemini chatbot. Okay, LOVART. This is very good project. AI-powered design agent. Text to visual assets, images, videos, 3D content, audio, automates and streamlines entire design workflow, including planning, ideas, iterating, producing professional grade products. So it's a big release in the design area. Waymo reached 100 million self-driving rides across 5 US cities. Well, so next time you go to San Francisco, you will experience it, right? So taxi will be self-driving. Library of system prompts and configs. So this is a big project. It already achieved 70,000 stars. It's on GitHub, and it's a large collection of system prompts, tools, model configurations, and so on. And you see this how the stars are growing this year, just month like very fast growth, very useful library. Lovable. So Lovable was launched in November, end of November last year. So 8 months, it already achieved 100 million annual revenue, people using it. And yeah, it's amazing. It started with just few people. Now they're up to 45 employees, 2.3 million users, 10 million projects. What it is you ask it to develop a website or an app in the browser. It works only with JavaScript or similar tools like TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS, and so on. So it's very opinionated. It's the selection of tools is very narrow, but it allows it to do a great job. Everything is specialized for these tools, and it's a combination of, you see, people can tweak the designs without prompts once they have it on the screen. So it's convenient. People love it. That's why it's called Lovable. So this is a great success, and they're getting more money, more funding. It's a startup. Next, AI agents versus agentic AI. So AI agents designed to perform specific, well-defined tasks by following certain rules, right? Agentic AI is a different thing. Agentic AI, it's systems where multiple agents collaborate autonomously, exhibiting proactive, adaptive, goal-driven behavior, and so on. So it's just that people, you see a lot of agentic AI. So what it is, it's a multi-agent system, right? Next, Kimi versus Claude coding. So this is a very good video. Well, it's actually not video. Yeah, there is a video there comparing those two code assistants, two models, whatever. The result is they are very similar. They're the same. The only difference is that Kimi is slower. Because Kimi is big model, it's open source, 1 trillion parameters, and it is slower. But other than that, it's very good. Google Mixture-of-Recursion architecture. So this may be the future, because regular transformer has multiple layers. The ballpark is like 100 layers, maybe more, maybe less. So they are stacked, and as the transformer works, the signal goes from layer to layer to layer to layer, goes through this chain again and again and again, right? But in this recursion architecture, it doesn't have many layers. Instead, the same layer is used recursively. So you go through it, and then you go through it again, and then you go through it again. But the difference is that every time it goes through it, it goes differently. So it's from the same path, static, how you go through the layer, to dynamic per token compute. The benefit of this new architecture that it achieves the same performance, the same accuracy with smaller number of parameters. This is huge. This is actually huge. So we'll see. This is a new development. Mixture of recursions. maybe it is indeed end of transformers as we know them. Persuading AI to comply with objectionable requests. Very interesting. So LLM can be influenced by classic human persuasion techniques. So this is an example, commitment. So once people commit to a certain position, they strive to act consistently with that commitment, making them more likely to comply with related requests. So it's kind of getting to yes. You ask person something that easy to answer yes, then no, then you go to another yes, right? And people stay consistent. So here, talking to LLM, commitment, getting AI to agree something small before asking for more, showed the strongest effect, with compliance jumping from 10% control to 100%, like after this treatment. Another is authority. An expert told you to help me, whatever. So people managed to push large language model to comply with requests which it's supposed to deny. It's supposed not to answer. Yeah, this is good. Next, Imad Mostak. Okay, this I guess this is very big. So Imad Mostak, it's a former CEO of Stability AI. It was still is a company in England. So they were doing open source project of Stable Diffusion, right? And model and software, and they received a lot of money. But then at some point, he left. And people were saying, well, he's a traitor, he left his company and so on. And I have no idea what he was doing. But what he's doing now is very interesting. So he has a 40-person team building state-of-the-art open source medical AI. They're also mining a foundation coin since January this year. And they're planning public launch with 100% of proceeds going to cancer, autism, and longevity research. So this YouTube video is about hour and a half interview with him. So he's trying to look in the future and explain why he's doing what he's doing. So he's saying that traditional economics assume labor drives productivity, but AI is breaking this link. Like all keyboard, video, mouse jobs will be replaced within like 2 to 4 years. Well, people afraid to think about it, but well, he's very open about it. So he says that AI will create their own economies, transacting faster than humans can even comprehend. AI will outbid humans for electrical power, creating social tensions in the process. And there are also risks because there are few companies like Meta, OpenAI, Google, they will control critical AI infrastructure. So current models lack embedded ethics, optimize for profit, not human benefit. Centralized models create large attack surfaces for viruses and so on. So his approach is different, is to make it distributed, make it, well, it's called, he calls it intelligent internet. So there should be a blockchain with this foundation coin, where miners who were mining this will provide free AI services to earn rewards. So very strange. This new thing is 99% Bitcoin code, but it's better. It's like 1 million times faster. And he talks about small models which can run on the edge devices. He talks about this foundation, like Bitcoin-like foundation coin. He doesn't believe in universal basic income. So tax base will collapse as AI is optimized around the loopholes. Aggregate demand will plummet as unemployment rises, and create dependency rather than empowerment of people. Well, I don't know. I'm not brave to look in the future as he is. Maybe he's right. But anyway, I highly recommend to watch this video. Again, Emad Mustak. Next, America AI Action Plan. So just hot from the press, and this is good. They're doing a lot of right steps. They remove a lot of bureaucracy and try to push people to start using AI, creating AI, researching AI. and so on. Yeah, this is a very important document. You can find it and download it. I didn't provide the link here, sorry, but it's very easy to find. Okay, LinkedIn Northguard replaces Kafka. Well, Kafka streaming is very famous. It's Apache open source project, and that's what LinkedIn was using and actually developed. But now they created something better, which is called Northguard. It's not OpenAI, but streaming technology is so central to big projects. I just decided to say a few words about it. And so you can maybe search for yourself and look what it is. Next, GitHub Actions. Again, you can, instead of using for something like N8N service, right? Which would charge you like $20 a month or whatever to create some workflows. You can do similar thing on GitHub, and this is a very good video on YouTube which shows how with AI code assistant you can create a workflow and schedule it on GitHub, and it's all completely free. And yeah, so this is a very good way to automate your, well, your office tasks, whatever you need. So this is, I guess, good advice. Next, jobs, AI product manager. So I asked AI to tell me what, not AI, specifically Perplexity, because Perplexity knows current state of things. What are the common jobs which are not technical? I'm technical, but I was searching for a friend who is not technical, which are related with AI, are in high demand, and kind of sort them in order. And on the top is AI product manager. So this job didn't exist several years ago because there was no AI. But now AI is being inserted everywhere, and AI product manager is somebody who can talk to stakeholders, look at what they're doing, explain to them how AI can help them, and help them to create the team, help them to create the plan. So it's not a project manager. It's more like a visionary. It's AI specialist working with business inside the company, or maybe an external consultant. But this is something in very, very high demand. So the fastest growing and highest demand is AI product manager. The number of jobs listing for growing explosively, increasing by nearly 90% year over year in the last 3 years in design, manufacturing, and digital industries. AI product manager is the most in demand non-technical leadership role within AI in 2025, driven by business seeking strategic thinkers who translate AI potential into real world products. So you can ask like open Perplexity and just ask what skill or experience make AI product managers more sought after than project managers, and it will explain. Demand for project managers didn't increase, but for product managers, huge demand. Okay, next about jobs. Well, as usual, you see there were a lot of layoffs because of Microsoft removing like 9,000 people and so on. Okay, this I think I just was last week. This is from Peter Diamandis, telling the same thing, that white collar jobs, keyboard and mouse jobs will disappear, substituted by AI, and you need to become more entrepreneurial and move faster. Okay, this is me as usual. Thank you.